Reduce, reuse, recycle, and rethink. New tonight, firefighters in Lebanon are investigating the cause of a blaze that heavily damaged a vacant home. A new study shows no link between autism and the vaccine that protects against measles, mumps, and rubella. So why are we seeing these conditions? We have this area of high pressure. That's what's been responsible for giving us those clear skies and very warm temperatures well above average. Robbery suspects now in custody after police say they attacked a woman in a Springfield market. Good morning and thank you for joining us on this Wednesday, April 22nd, 2015. It is now 6 a.m. and I am Lisa Nico. We saw mostly average values for today and we will continue to see those pretty dry and mild conditions for the next couple days, but we do have a round of rain clouds moving in, mostly dry clouds for the first part of it, but then we do have a chance of some sprinkles midweek as we get into the following work week. This August will mark 70 years since the end of World War II. And Oregon is going to celebrate. It's raining right now, David, and it made for a whole lot of this. Wet, soggy leaves clogging up drains all over the city. Not exactly ideal conditions for the folks cleaning up the mess. Intersection safer are in the works with the city of Springfield. As for Lathorpe, well, he may still face some traffic charges for running that red light. 24 hours ago, I was here and the wind was so strong, it was blowing me over. It actually did blow over our equipment. I'm live outside what's been an emotionally charged courtroom as jurors continue to hear from David Bowen. After a 2.5-month-long investigation, the Lane County District Attorney's Office, along with Springfield Police, have determined that 68-year-old Larry Lathorpe. As you can see, the storm has already caused some areas of localized flooding, and Eugene Public Works says this is just the start. Sergeant Charbonneau says it all happened Sunday night. 24-year-old Kelly Knutson was with her boyfriend, 33-year-old Logan Jackson, right here at the Brick House Strip Club. Before 5:45, they left the strip club, walked across the street to their parked car, and started having sex. They were, quote, too caught up in the moment to realize their activities had caused quite the traffic jam right here in front of the Springfield jail. It's part of a series the artist calls Kindness Art, where he's hanging 10 original pieces of artwork all over the Eugene-Springfield area in the hopes that when someone finds one that speaks to them, they take it home and pay it forward. What was originally meant to be a dense, lush forest is now slowly dying. That's why county officials are removing 60% of these Douglas firs that were planted here nearly 3 decades ago. Janet Norrie and her daughter, Kate Reese, believe it's the distemper virus that's killing feral cats in the Irving Road, Donegal Street area. And they say neglectful owners who don't fix and vaccinate their cats and who abandon their animals are to blame.
You take your child to another neighborhood and just push it out of the car.
And this neighborhood seems to be like a magnet. Like, I don't know, maybe on Yelp. Where do I drop my cat? Yelp, right here.
Reese and Norrie have already watched one cat abandoned in their neighborhood die.
And the person that lives there picked up the dead body and disposed of it.
They're hoping his brother, another feral cat, might somehow survive the highly contagious disease.
He's looking a hell of a lot better than he did yesterday.
Oh, and the day before, I really thought he was going to go.
It's a hard life out there.
Veterinarian Dr. Gail Schroeder says she hasn't seen many recent cases of feline distemper in the area, but the viral infection can spread rapidly between cats.
From grooming each other and sharing food and water dishes and toilet areas.
Reese recognizes the symptoms right outside her door.
He's over there shaking his head and just acting weird. Bloody sputum in its nose, and its eyes were hardly open, and they're really gooey, gooky looking.
They succumb very quickly to it, and unfortunately a lot of them will die from it.
Now the two women are trying to keep their own cats healthy.
Because they know once it starts in an area, it's in the dirt, it's in the grass. You can't get rid of it.
Even if you can think of when you were a little kid and you were sick, would you want to be outdoors in the cold and nobody feeding you?
While watching the disease slowly consume another life.
It does attack their nervous system.
Yeah.
And that must be really painful. It must just make it want to die.
As a cat lover, it really breaks my heart.
There is something you can do to help stop the spread of this deadly disease. If you notice a feral cat problem in your Lane County neighborhood, contact Green Hill Humane Society for free help and information. And remember to schedule a vaccine for your own pet and get it spayed or neutered. Reporting for KVAL News, I'm Lisa Nico. Marcia Peters helps budding gardeners, plants in distress, and even local nonprofits. She's known to some as a foster parent for plants. So what's your favorite part about plants?
The people that come.
Pierce Street Gardens. It's an oasis hidden in an otherwise average neighborhood, nestled about a block away from the chaotic intersection of 18th and Chambers.
So it's a really nice neighborhood addition. Yellow wax beans, edamame beans.
In the late 1990s, Marcia Peters lost her job and was looking for another one when her passion grew into a career.
Somebody gave me a plant and said, here, why don't you try selling this and make a little money that way? And I thought, wow, maybe I should start rescuing plants.
Edible plants, air plants, cacti, and even living rocks? Yep. Marcia Peters helps plants of all sorts find a home.
Plants that were otherwise destined for the landfill or the compost heap. And I replanted them, turned around and sold them.
I love Marcia. She's a great person.
That's how she met Mary Jo Jenkins. Now 90 years old, Peters rescued Jenkins' plants when tending to her garden got to be too much.
I like being a gardener. I wouldn't want to give it up, and thanks to Marcia, I don't have to. I get to play with her.
Yeah.
And as of July, Peters will become a foster parent to more than just plants. A young boy is moving to her home so he can be closer to his nearby grandmother.
It makes the business being here and his coming to live here actually a good fit, because then when he comes back from school, I'm here, and so it makes it a good fit. I'm here for the duration.
You can catch Peters at Mount Pisgah Arboretum's Wildflower Festival. It's this Sunday from 10 to 5 for plants, crafts, music, and more. Suggested donation, $8. Reporting for KVAL News, I'm Lisa Nico. The people photographed in these pictures seem to be very outdoorsy, climbing, hiking, even just hanging with family. This lost camera documents it all. Backyard barbecues, mountain climbing, hiking the Obsidian Trail, lounging by the Willamette. Memories, moments frozen in time, gone in a flash. The man who found the camera is from Bend. He wouldn't let me record the phone call, but says the camera looks something like this. It's a Sony CyberShot with over 650 pictures on it from all around Oregon. The finder believes this man is the owner. He says the man took dozens of selfies with the camera, which is why he thinks the camera belongs to him. The man says he found the camera around Thanksgiving 2014 in the parking lot of Manly's Tavern near Crescent Lake. He took the camera home, left it on a shelf, and forgot about it. Until last weekend, reinvigorated, the Good Samaritan is turning to news outlets and social media to reunite the lost memories with the people who shared them. Well, this story might just have a happy ending after all. Just a few minutes ago, we got a lead on who this man might be, but I'm still trying to get into contact with the camera owner or any of his friends in those pictures. I'll give you an update, though, later tonight on KVAL News at 6. Reporting for KVAL News, I'm Lisa Nico. It has been a long journey for the camera and for its owner, a man I've been in contact with for the last month, a man named Moose. Meet Moose.
Everybody calls me Moose.
Moose and his friend Steve Andreessen spend their free time exploring the great outdoors.
Climbed the Three Sisters, all three in one day. That's something that I don't know anyone else who's accomplished.
If you look up at the Three Sisters like we do every day in this community, you want to say I've been up there.
And documenting adventures with his camera. Not a phone, because he doesn't have one.
That's because he's frugal on steroids. The only food he actually eats is sunflower seeds.
All of that exaggeration there.
Get around each other with that.
I don't have a lot of things that people have that people think is mandatory, but a simple life. I have enough communication with everybody I need.
Also captured on the camera, his time with seniors and veterans.
I volunteer for the Veterans of Portland. It's really something that you get a lot more out of it than you give.
He's actually a humble man when it comes right down to it. He's not the kind of person to talk about himself or talk about his accomplishments. That's primarily because there are so few.
There are so few. I was wondering who's going to say it, him or me.
Tuesday,
Is this what was missing?
Moose was reunited with those memories.
It's the one bit of technology and a treat I have given myself is a camera. Oh, it's even in the case. Look at that. With the 10-cent garage sale tag on it. I'll be darned.
And eager to make some new ones.
I'm going to see if it works, guys. There it is.
Oh, wow.
Another memory on an old camera with a new friend.
I think that requires a picture of us.
All right. Moose says he plans to call the man who found the camera, Cliff, to say thank you. He'll be using a friend's cell phone. Reporting for KVAL News, I'm Lisa Nico. And I'm Lisa Nico. Thanks for joining us for KVAL News at 11. Our top story tonight. More rain clouds and raindrops. Along with raindrops comes a drop in the temperatures as well. Take a look at the satellite and radar composite. You can see we do still have those residual sprinkles falling, and those will continue to fall throughout the day and into about midnight. Temperatures for your weekend, but say goodbye to that because we're going to be back to our seasonal values for the remainder of the week.